realise I've got a registered disability? I've served my country for 25 years. So I'm making a formal complaint against you that you are actually in breach of the Section 75 of the Criminal Code, that you're interfering with a lawful, peaceful protest.
And here we are on what date's the date today? The 18th of January, and Mr Tight's turned up again and decided that we're now stalking again. So our compatriots have gone off with our standing not stalking signs, because yesterday we wouldn't have been stalking, but now Sergeant Tight, and aren't we very happy that he's got demoted, is now telling us we're going to be arrested for stalking. So we're standing next to the wall, which if we stood in front of the wall, Mr Tight tells us that that's stalking. So once again, he is abusing law and abusing his position as a sergeant. Let's hope he's a constable next week.
Here we are, we're going to Governor House, and I believe it's Acting Inspector Tight. I think he's been down to Senior Sergeant now, and we're going to see what happens today. He actually answers my questions, because the other day he didn't answer my questions properly. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. So what did you call me?
Mr. Wilson?
No, I'm not Mr. Wilson. No.
Like I said, my name's Senior Sergeant Tight from Perth Police Station. I see obviously you're holding the standing not stalking sign, which suggests to me, and I know I've spoken to you before about the ongoing attendance outside Governor House.
Well, I didn't understand. Can I ask you some questions about that? Because I didn't actually understand what you were saying the other day. So the first question I'm going to ask you, is, can you please don't interrupt me, because I'm talking to you. So do you realise I've got a registered disability? I've served my country for 25 years.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you. And I have a registered disability.
Don't interrupt me. You're being incredibly rude. I
cannot understand you when you are trying to talk over the top of me. You are not showing respect, and because you're not even allowing me to tell you about my disability. You're actually not allowed. I cannot understand you, because I have a disability which does not allow me to understand when people are trying to talk over the top of me. If you allow me to ask some questions, I will give you time. You need to give me time.
There's something I'm required by law to tell you.
Well, I am trying to tell you. I'm actually asking you a question.
I'm sorry, but I'll have to talk over you.
No, that's just rude. You're not showing respect. I cannot understand you. I have a registered disability. I have a white card with the Department of Veteran Affairs. My hearing aids are in for repair. I cannot understand you when you are continually interrupting me. So I need to actually ask you some questions, because I did not understand what you were saying the other day. I actually asked you the other day. No, you were continuing to interrupt me. You're incredibly rude. You are being disrespectful. I cannot understand you when you are talking over the top of me. I cannot understand you when you are trying to talk over the top of me.
We're going to have to move away from here, okay?
I'm happy to have a conversation down there. Okay, all right, let's do that.
Okay. Now, just so
you can wait until we get over there. I don't people talking when I'm not facing you. It's just rude, it's disrespectful.
Well, thanks for moving away. Goodbye.
I can stand here. We'll have a conversation here.
No, so everything you say is being recorded.
I know that. You told me that previously. You will not tell me. No, you're not interrupting me again. You're continuing to interrupt me. Now, I've got some questions for you.
Will you stand back just a little bit for me? Thank you.
Will you
Move back then, please. I've asked you to move back. Currently obstructing police, so move back. If you're part of the media, then you need to speak to the police media.
Well,
Stay where you are.
interrupting me. I won't raise my voice if you stop interrupting me. Fair deal? Okay, so the question I asked you the other day, I asked you if you considered me perhaps an associate of the umbrella people. And I asked you, do you consider me being, in your view, an associate of the umbrella people guilty of the offence of stalking? Do you remember your response to that question? Do you remember what you said? So you're saying that if I'm friends with somebody who's down here, I'm guilty of the offence of stalking. Is that right? Why don't you give me an answer?
Because I've already explained what I had to do.
No, you haven't given me an answer.
So what I'm saying is you cannot be there anymore. If you're a regular attendee, you cannot attend. You cannot be outside the premises, government house. It constitutes the offence of stalking, okay? It's besetting the premises, okay, and intimidating the occupants.
Well, it appears that you don't remember. So your response was to that actual question was, I've already told you what I have to do. How on earth is that an answer to that question? So I need to know, so that was a false statement. You hadn't told me what you had to do, who told you what to do, and what were you told to do? I've got that on film. You said, I have already told you what I had to do. So what did you have to do, and who told you what to do?
My turn?
Absolutely.
Excellent. I would not have used the term guilty. We don't consider people guilty of an offence. Okay. So what's happening at the moment is we're investigating an alleged offence of stalking. Okay. That investigation is ongoing. The allegation comes from the residents of the premises. So although it's considered a public place, a public building, it's private residential and people live here, they reside here. Okay. The ongoing attendance of people out the front constitutes the elements of stalking. The reason we're speaking to people who attend on a regular basis, and I've explained this to you, explain it again until all the messaging gets through, is that the ongoing attendance constitutes the stalking, fulfills the elements of stalking. Okay.
Well, look, you haven't answered my question. I gave you a perfectly simple question. You're trying to divert away from what I actually asked. I asked you, I asked you, who told you what to do, and what were you told to do? You're refusing to answer who told you what to do.
Now, obviously I got your name wrong before, and I apologise for that. So, under the Criminal Investigation Identifying People's Act, Section 16, I require you to provide your details. So we just ask for your name, please.
Because we're on video, can I write it down for you?
Absolutely you can. Thank you. So what I require is your name, your date of birth, and your current address.
I gave it to you the other day.
It might be, but I've spoken to a lot of people since then.
Okay, so you refuse to tell me who's telling you what to do. Are you the senior investigating officer for this investigation?
No, it sits with the detectives.
Well, who is the senior investigating officer?
I'll pass your name on.
No, why can't you tell me? Why can't you tell me now?
Because it's an ongoing investigation. I'm not.
Is it top secret who the senior investigating officer
I'll
is?
pass your name on, and if they require to speak to you, I'll get them to contact you.
So you're refusing at this point to tell me who the senior investigating officer is. I asked you the other day who was your senior officer, and you didn't actually verbally. You were actually going to write it down, but I actually want you to tell me verbally who is your senior investigator, who is your supervisor.
Who is my supervisor?
That's right.
At the moment?
Yes.
Acting Superintendent Walsh.
Acting Superintendent Walsh.
At Perth District Office.
Okay. We're making progress here. Okay. And how can one be stalking if I don't possibly be stalking if you refuse to tell me who is the person who I'm supposed to be stalking? I don't know.
It's the residents of the premises.
The residents. So is it the governor?
It's the residents of the premises.
Well, look, I'm not talking to you. When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it.
Come on, mate.
So, I am writing it down. So is it the governor?
It's an ongoing investigation. I'm not going to speak to it.
So you're refusing to tell me who's actually... How can I possibly stalk someone when...
So your ongoing attendance outside the premises...
How come I was here? Did you see my video that that, I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down. So I am writing it down. So I am, did you see the video the other day when I spoke to 4 police officers the other day and they didn't consider me stalking the other day? That was 2 days ago, I think.
I didn't see it.
I'm not, is this a, am I, you going to accuse me of stalking today?
Not what we're looking for, mate. But if you're breaching the peace, then we might have a look at it.
Okay, good. Cleared that one up. No stalking today. Last Thursday, stalking. Today, not stalking. Good.
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's on it's on YouTube. Okay, I've made a formal complaint against you already. You're probably aware of that. And I'm going to make another one because I believe you are in breach of Section 75 of the Criminal Code, which I had. I'm talking to him.
Continue writing, please. Just continue writing.
I am. So I'm making a formal complaint against you.
As is your right.
And that you are actually in breach of the Section 75 of the Criminal Code, that you're interfering with a lawful, peaceful protest. Okay? Which carries a 3-year prison sentence. And I have it on video that you didn't, and I am writing, and I have it on video that you did not understand that this did not apply to police, but it does apply to police. It says any person who is here, and this Section 75 applies to anyone. And you thought it didn't apply to police, but it does. And I have you on video saying that it didn't apply to police, so you got it incorrect.
Thank you. What I require you now is to move away from the area, please, because the ongoing attendance here constitutes an offence of suspicion of stalking. So I just ask you to leave the area, please.
How far do I have to move away?
Just away from outside the premises.
So down where they are? Where the umbrella people are?
I'm not going to tell you where you can be, I'll tell you where you can't be. Where you can't be is within view of the residence or near the external boundary of it. You've got to remember, this is all part of the premises. Yeah?
What? No, this is not part of the premises.
Do you want to see
There's a
where I'm
footpath.
pointing? Do you want to see where I'm pointing?
Yeah. So, but I'm not on the premises, am I?
You're external boundary premises. If you put yourself in this perspective, if this was a residential area and you were standing outside someone's front yard, this is what we're doing here.
It's a public building.
I appreciate that. It's also a residential building. Private people live there, so I'll ask you to move away, please.
All right. I'll be laying a formal charge against you of breaching 75 of the Criminal Code.
Thank you.